Good evening, and today we're going to talk about Eric Ambler and his Black Widow thriller called, as you can see here, A Coffin for Demetrios by Eric Ambler. Now, Eric Ambler is a man who wrote exclusively thrillers, mainly spies, and it's a wild goose chase kind of thing. But one of the interesting things about it is the odd statelessness. The people. He's told this sort of tale about a man named Demetrios, who is allegedly dead. He has seen a body in a morgue in Istanbul, or that area. And then you go through the various places where Demetrios supposedly committed crimes of various sorts. So we go through, and we meet this person and that person, and we follow the trail. Our hero follows the trail like a man possessed, tries to gather up all the materials, because he's a writer, and he writes murder mysteries, political economy, and all the rest of this. But he's made enough money so he can just trundle about, and it takes place pre-World War II. And it's shocking, really, how different the life depicted is. Because it's perfectly possible to be stateless. And if you have money, I suppose, you know, to be more comfortable. But still. But really, how impossible. It's absurd. I mean, we're used to the amateur detective using his little gray cells and all this, outwitting the police and la-di-da-di-da. But really, stateless spies and 8 criminals, international criminals, people with no real existence or a half-life kind of existence, and yet the amateur is supposed to come forth and stop all without any help from a nation at all. I mean, at least Helen McGuine's. Yeah, you have the CIA. But this guy's allegedly a British guy who taught political economy in a university somewhere. And then he just took up writing murder mysteries and made money that way. The entire thing is totally implausible. And it's madcap. Who are these people? And he's not the slightest bit suspicious. He only thinks later, oh, this guy knew my name when I never told him. I mean, and he just goes, oh well. And then we finally see him traveling somewhere on the train, thinking of what murder mystery he's going to write next. I mean, it's absurd. From start to finish. Totally absurd. But But I never knew I had this book. A Coffin for Demetrios. And in fact, this was one of the 3 books this particular person or company published as a Black Widow thriller. The other 2 are The Big Sleep by Raymond Chandler and The Maltese Falcon by Dashiell Hammett. Which might be why I got the book thinking it was a compendium of 3 stories. Well, it isn't. It is all just a coffin for Demetrios. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Printed in 1939. Conserving paper and metals according to the rules of engagement at that time. You get all these interesting little tidbits. So this book was published when America already was talking about conservation and essential materials for the war. It's an interesting book. Then there's very little humor in the damn thing. Chance. And how we get blown around by chance, which masquerades as providence, depending on which philosopher you tend to read. Oh dear. Seems to have been a bit of an obsession to find Demetrios. Well, he found them. No, he wasn't dead yet. But he is by the end of the book. So, all's right in the world. Ay, 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 ay. Still in all, a chance find hidden on your bookshelves when you go looking. Always very interesting. Wonder where I got it from. I don't know. So, I think I'll keep it. Eric Ambler, of course, was a Britishman. And a Don. He just wrote thrillers. Yeah, really. Just another British writer. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope this helps. I would recommend that you get the book. Just for the... Oh my God. Can I keep it all straight in my head? He has a little notebook he writes everything down in. So maybe we have to do that in order to just keep it straight. I hope this helps. I have no idea where you're going to find A Coffin for Demetrios. Also published elsewhere as A Mask for Demetrios. It's just the U.S. had to have its own title, I suppose. Thank you for watching, and please do come again.